kind. I did not get to do my brows before I came on, only because I have children I have to pick up. I got this from a client. That's what happens when you work in salons. Christmas time you get drinks. So I'm going to start. So I've mentioned it before. I'll probably keep mentioning it. I went to, well, I'll wait until some people come on first before I start. Just line up my stuff. Hi. Thank you for coming to watch. I was waiting for somebody to be here at least so I could start talking about stuff. Oh, first things first, I'm going to go with, I really need to clean all my stuff. Everything's a little messy now. I need more of this, so if anybody wants to send me a Christmas present, the Clarins Instant Smooth Perfecting Touch. There's still some in here. It's just like the jar is weird, and then if you see there's like product around the sides, so you have to like dig in there. I did use these Burt's Bees eye patches today. I probably should have brought the packaging into my room. So I'm hoping that, because it was like an oil and it said don't wash it off, but it was kind of thick, so I like just wiped it. I'm hoping it doesn't make my under eye look weird in pictures. We will see. But I wanted to do my brows first, but we have things going on Thursdays, so it's hard for me to do that. So I had to either choose to do my hair or my brows on camera. So this is where we're at. Alright. So I'm going to let this set a little bit. What do we got? A little over a week until Christmas. So cheers to that. I get my orange juice with a lot of pulp. There was like a big blob, so it's kind of like gross. So I went to CVS today, mainly just to pick up this foundation. This is the L'Oreal True Match Nude Hyaluronic Tinted Serum. It has 1% hyaluronic acid. If you aren't aware what hyaluronic acid does, is hyaluronic acid helps your skin retain water. If your skin retains water, it retains moisture, which is absolutely wonderful for the winter months, because I know myself, these lines on my forehead kind of pop out a little bit more in the winter. I get a little bit more sunk in here because, you know, the heat, everything just kind of saps you of life. I saw someone that I follow on Instagram, and it's a recent follow, so I don't remember her name, but she had used this, and it looks very concentrated, but also a thin formula, which is really nice. When I saw it first in the store, I was like, a serum? I don't know. I was thinking it wouldn't really cover, but it covered really well for her. And I also had previously gotten and used this, which is basically the concealer that goes with this. So they're basically like part of the same set. This has 0.5% pure hyaluronic acid, which is half the amount of what the foundation has. I like this color under eye, but I wanted to try a darker one just because I feel like if I wear this with foundation, it looks good. If I wear it alone, it seems just a little too light, like if I'm just popping it on for the day. So I got the one shade darker, which actually looks quite a bit darker, but I like wearing foundations that are a little bit darker just because you can blend it down and it doesn't it doesn't really look different. When I wear them too light, I look like a ghost. Like, it's, if I go to match exactly my skin tone, like here, it's way too light. So this is the original one that I had. And then this is the new one. I guess, see, like far away, it doesn't look dark. But in real life, it looks like friggin' way more dark. So I got this too because I had a coupon for, and I'm always using my coupons. I had a coupon for buy 2 L'Oreal things, get 1 free. And I also had a $10 off coupon. So the free thing, which I don't know why, like, buying stuff I'm not too bad about, but then when I'm like, what do I want to get for free? I better get something really, really good for free. So I got a lipstick. I was like, well, let's see. And I have like so many colors, and I tend to gravitate to the same like color families. But I thought this one was really pretty because I was like, well, you know what about like Christmas-ish? It's like a berry. I always remember seeing the monthly magazines, and they would always have like certain looks for like just made up for that month, you know, like sometimes there were like 2 or 3 different holiday looks that you can pick from. And I remember like berries were always something that were done too. So I thought this was a really pretty berry color. It's kind of got like a mauve-ish tint, but also berry-ish. And I didn't even test it yet, so let's test it on my hand. Oh, very nice. It's a nice dark color. And then one good thing about these too is sometimes they're really dark, but if you just kind of put a little bit on and then rub them in, like, it's like a nice stain. So I thought that that was good. And there's like a little drawing of like a woman on here. So then I had picked up, just want to get this off my head, the Lumify eye drops, because I love these things. When I'm putting on a lot of shadow, it actually like dries my eyes out. So I told my eye doctor about it, and he was like, hey, try these eye drops. So I tried them, and I really like them. And then I realized I didn't use my 25% off coupon. So I went back and I was like, hey, can you give me my money back? And the chick was like, no, but I can give you the extra bucks amount. And I was like, that's cool, because like I'll still buy stuff. So this was only $5. And it looks, I've always been intrigued by like the Physicians Formula stuff, but the price kind of put me off. I think I might delve into their stuff though, because like I do really love drugstore products and trying them and stuff like that. So, I mean, because price wise, you know, for Sephora is decent, but you know, for CVS and stuff. But then again, if you take into consideration getting extra bucks and stuff like that. So anyway, I saw this. This is their Butter Blowout Mascara. They also had a Rosé All Day mascara, which looked nice. But this one said full-blown volume and length, and it's also keratin infused. I'm partial to my Ever mascara. Like, this stuff is the absolute best. I love it. I haven't found anything that surpasses it yet. But I mean, for $5, plus it was actually free because I used my $8 extra bucks. Yeah, I thought it was a good deal. And then, isn't this like the prettiest pencil sharpener? Like, what? Oh my god, I gotta open it. I don't want to bust my nail off though. I have scissors here, and I probably should have used them, but they're like my sharp scissors, so I just thought this actually reminds me a lot of patterns that were going around in like the early 90s. So you know, I'm talking a lot about my stuff, but so yeah, it was just so, and it was $3. I mean, come on. Look at how, do I have to get closer? Oh, there we go. Like, look at the pattern. It's so pretty. And then, like, for $3, I was like, yeah, I'm in, because I needed to sharpen. It has the 2 holes, like the small regular pencils and then the fat pencils. So, for $3, and it was pretty, I was like, and it was free, so I was like, yes, sign me up. So, without further ado, let me get into doing my brows first. This shouldn't be too extensive, although I say that and then I get extensive with things. Well, I know that my comments are on today because I did see someone comment. So, yay! Alright, so I'm going to use the new foundation that I picked up today, the True Match Nude. The things that I see people putting it on because it's in a dropper is like that whole thing on your face and stuff, and I am too... I don't know what that means. Explain. So anyway, I'm too accident prone and I end up getting things like all over the place. So I'm going to just put it on the back of my hand. And so this is what it looks like when you set a dropper. And it's like really messy and sloppy around the edges here, which I'm going to have to like clean it up, because if you leave anything, I'm just going to do like, ooh. Okay, wait, that was like really weird. It's supposed to be like a serum, but it was like stuck in there. Maybe just because it was sitting in the end of the dropper. So I just put it back in and I'm squeezing it just to get more product in and out of there, kind of like irrigate the hole. Okay, so I'm going to take it out again. And okay, there we go. Okay, so it's not super thin. It's pretty thick. I'm just going to dip my blender in. And before I do my brows, I always, I don't know, we'll see. I like a full coverage, so I did see this as buildable, but buildable also means using more product. So yeah. I will say, as far as how it looks on my skin, it looks like skin. Like, it doesn't, it holds the texture of your skin. Like, I see some of these videos and I'm like, I know these chicks are using like an editing app, not like a YouTube video, but like a video on like Instagram, and like a short video, they have to be using those editing apps. There's no possible human way that you do not have any skin texture at all. If you know how to completely erase your skin texture and look like an android, please let me know, because that is my job, to make people look younger. So yeah, so like, let me know some form of your secrets, because alright, so as far as the brows go, I want to be quick. I'm just going to take the NYX brown. Oh, and I saw some sort of trick on Instagram too, where some people they draw like a triangle thing, and then I don't know. I gotta see the schematics of it. But anyway, I'm just gonna kind of wing it today. It's a little darker than I would like to use, but I want to make it quick. I don't want to spend so much time on my brows. I've been seeing a lot of the search terms for my videos have been like drag queen looks. I've also seen like boy in makeup and stuff like that, which, to be honest, hey, if you are, you know, getting into makeup and my videos are helping you achieve the look you want, by all means, I am all for it, because I am definitely, I've always been heavily influenced by drag makeup and the like. The more extreme, the better. And yeah, it's always been a favorite. So it's actually a compliment, I guess. Let me just say that super high pulp in orange juice with a mimosa is not. It's kind of weird. Kind of weird. It's alright, but it hits you a little bit and you're like, oh, okay. Alright. Oh, I use regular brown on the outside. I want to go in with the powder. I want to get a new brow powder. I just don't know what one to get because they're not cheap. I can use just a shadow if I want to, but you know, I want to use a brow powder. Or I'm afraid, like most of the time when I get stuff for brows, it's never exactly what I expect. So I'm just like, okay. There's literally like a little gnat in here. All of a sudden today, it's like 65 degrees during the day. It was literally like 60 degrees just a little bit ago. And I'm like, yes, I will take this. And now all of a sudden, like, here comes a little gnat in my room. It's like, did they like just hatch out of nowhere? If you are on here and you are watching, feel free to like chat. I wish that like the chat boxes lasted longer and stayed a little longer, because sometimes if people say something, I don't see it and I hate it because I'm looking at the mirror. So that's one thing that I really don't like. It kind of just pops up so quick. So please, if you did comment, don't think that I'm ignoring you. At least it's better than last week, and now I know what I did wrong. But last week was also my first week back after being away for 2 weeks. I did initially want to do like a red, green, and like white look today. But I thought about it and I was like, you know what? Next Thursday is going to be like right before Christmas. So I might be better off doing it then than today. So today I decided to do it differently. But I hope everybody is good for the holidays. You know, things are going well with your family. You got your shopping done or close to done. You know, I know last minute things are usually last minute, of course. There's some things that I definitely still need to get. And I gotta get them this weekend, because then there's a chocolate company that's a local place, and they have smidgens. They call them smidgens. And they're like literally the best peanut butter and chocolate like candies ever. So locally it's like a freaking staple for almost everybody to have these in their house for Christmas. And a couple years ago, gosh, I want to say, I think it was like right when my son was born. So probably 8 years ago. And we didn't have any cookies because he was born in November. So I mean, he was an infant at that time. And I was like, oh my God, we don't have any cookies for Santa. But we had smidgens. Oh, and we also had no milk either. So I was like, oh my God. So then I was like, all right, you know, let's just give Santa some smidgens. And maybe he'll like some Coca-Cola. So smidgens and Coca-Cola had become the norm. So for like pretty much 8 years, that's what we leave for Santa. We do not leave cookies for Santa. We leave smidgens and Coke. The soda. I'm sure. I'm sure. Oh, that's cool. Well, thank you. I'm glad you like my rambling. I do love to ramble, so I'm glad that you like. And I hope whatever you're doing for work, regardless if it's like work or like working on something, I hope it's going well. And yeah, so smidgens and Coke has been what we've been doing. But I mean, that's the thing. Once you have kids, sometimes you make your own traditions. I think it should just happen organically, you know? Trying to make something perfect and forcing things really isn't as special as something just happening. And, you know, hey, if that's how you feel like you want to do things, that's cool. But, you know, just in life in general, like, anything that happens on its own is just, you know, it's fate, dude. So, especially when I'm trying to, yeah. Hi, Daniel. I'm glad that I'm not muted this week. I had so many people message me last week and they were like, "You're muted," and I was like, "No." I'm like, I wish that whoever told me, because I don't get alerts for anything on social media, like as far as messages go, so I had no idea. I only get, you know, like my normal text messages and stuff. I'm gonna just, I'm probably not putting any more orange juice. This is not gonna be a normal thing. I'm just saying it's Christmas time, so I'm like, let's have a couple drinks while we do this. I had a client gift me this. So when you work in the salon industry, you usually get booze. I know my boss has like 18 bottles of wine right now. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna make some mimosas. And then the freaking thing popped and exploded everywhere. And I did not shake it. It was literally just sitting there. That's the second time that I've had champagne and it's done that. So I'm like, but I was like, you know what? Today is probably the only day that I can have some champagne because Saturday I have to work early in the morning. Sunday, very, very early, I have to leave for my son's wrestling meet. Yeah, so I gotta get up early those 2 days. Tomorrow I was like, I got work at like noon. Alright, so we got the brows done, which, what did it take me? Maybe like 10 minutes. Also, give me a second. I generally prefer red wine, but this was free, so. Hi! Yay! The comments are working. Yeah, so red wine's usually my thing, but this is free, and I was like, oh, maybe it's a little lighter. It's cool. Yeah, that's how it goes around Christmas season. Gosh, yeah, I answered that and I forgot what the heck I was talking about. Anyway, oh, that's okay. I will stop what I was talking about. So, I'm going to use my trusty P. Louise eye base. Ooh, I did make a purchase because I'm like, you know, you gotta spend money for Christmas stuff. So a lot of people, I love seeing those memes where it's like, I bought all this stuff for myself. Bitch, I don't have money for that shit. I wish I did, but I don't. So, I did, this is my splurge. I spent like, well, with shipping, I bought this under eye stuff. You are? if you are cool. Take a puff for me, dude. But I had this stuff and I like lost it. I lost it and I've been putting it off for months to get a new one. So, but I should have it by next week and I can use it. It's like one of my favorite products ever. So I'll be glad to have it. But it's one little thing and it's $28, but it also does last a long time. Well, it's $22 and then with shipping it was $28, but it lasts a long time and I've been trying to use something else to like in between instead, and it's not working out as good, especially now. Like I said, it's winter. My under eye just looks like crap to me. So yeah, so I'm just gonna go through with all of this as per usual. Oh, I don't even know why I said that. The champagne made me say that, just so you know. I definitely need to invest in trying to do some like mood music in the background. I will at some point. I don't have... Well, first of all, I do have the iPad, but it's not actually mine. And my son is using it in the... So, it's okay. I could sing little songs in between. Ooh, speaking of songs, and I think I might have asked it last week, but because the comments were disabled, I know if you follow me on Twitter, you see me singing my Christmas songs. So let me know what your favorite Christmas song is. Or if you have multiple. I do have multiple. I will not lie. For me, ever since I was a kid, of course, I loved, you know, the fun ones like Frosty and Rudolph and stuff. Every time I hear Silent Night, I like tear up. Even when I was in chorus in high school and we would sing it, I'm like, you can't cry while you're singing this song. Because when you hit those certain notes, it's just like, it like goes through you. It's crazy. Another one. I did, yay! I know. Last week I was like, I don't know what I did. And then I was saying before you came on, I was like, I wish I don't get updates on my phone that tell me like somebody messaged me. So I had no idea. Hi! I am doing well. I have a bit of champagne. What was another one? Oh, classic Christmas songs. Oh, Come All Ye Faithful is like one of my favorites. And when I was in 6th grade in music class, no, I think it might have been choir. Either one. They taught us also the Latin version of, I think, just the first verse. But I can sing the first verse of O Come All Ye Faithful in Latin. That's what I was going to say before. So I've been, like, my words might be a little messed up today. I know I'm drinking champagne. I literally just started drinking champagne, so I am not tipsy. I did want to tell people, I don't tell a lot of people, because I just don't look for sympathy about things. But, I do have multiple sclerosis. I can't even say it right now. So I literally have a brain disease. So if I'm stressed, stuff like that, my words get a little messed up. So please don't think like, oh my god, Nadine is trash doing her makeup videos tonight. I'm not. Just for like the past 2 days, stress has had me like messing up my words, which I hate messing them up. Yeah. I hate messing my words up. I like being someone who knows what they're talking about. So I needed to say it, and I'm not going to revisit it. So if you're here and you heard it, you heard it. And if you rewatch and you heard it, and that's it. And we're done. So I back to, oh, I don't think a lot of people are. Thank you so much. Whenever, I know they are. Whenever Cecil sends me an invite, I will definitely come back. And I'm glad that you like, I try to stay away from the comments because I see someone. And everybody's like, you can't win everybody over. And I'm like, oh no. So, yeah, they are quiet. So, I'm glad. Okay, so, what, oh, the very beginning of the video. So, I had a CVS, like, haul of a couple products. But I had, like, extra bucks and coupons and stuff like that. So, actually, 24 plus 8, 28, 32. So I saved like $32 today. And I got this for free. So I thought this was a really pretty berry color. And I was like, I'll do berries for the makeup. And then I was like, bitch, you don't have any like berry eyeshadow. So we're going to work with it. It's going to be like purpley berry type of thing. I was thinking maybe like a little bit of a green. So it'll be like a, you know, like not a holly bush with like red berries, but those darker, like cranberries. So kind of like cranberries with like a little bit of green. But I'm going to use the Jeffree Star Bloodlust palette and try to use more of the berry-ish purple shades. So this one I thought would be really cute for the lid. That one is, I don't have my glasses on, Betrayal. And I thought Beauty Sleep would be pretty cute. This one maybe, but that one veers way, way, way purple. So we're kind of gonna work with those. And some of these ones from the Kat Von D Lolita. I think a lot of these are kind of berry-ish. And some glitter. I did some makeup on myself the other night, and I think it turned out good. I didn't post the pictures only because that night I had too much red wine. And I was like, these pictures look awful. So that's not happening. And yeah, so let's go in and get the eye look done. I'm going to take a sip of my drink and smoke my smoke. So let me know what your favorite Christmas songs are. If you have any. If you hate Christmas songs, you can tell me that and I won't judge you. I promise. Alright, so let's go in with that color that I pointed out first, Betrayal. I really gotta wash my makeup brushes. From doing all these looks, they're just like super gross. This one's like covered in red. I'm like, it's like digging at the bottom of the barrel for like colors and stuff. Like, oh, what do we got on here? Browns, reds, and they're all like harsh colors. It is what it is. I just don't have time to do it and then also like them dry and stuff like that. Alright, I think I cleaned off enough of the brown on this one. So I'm going to go into that first one I pointed out, Betrayal, which is like a purpley, pinkish. It's very purple. Here we go. I think, yeah, I mean, if it ends up being purple, then it ends up being purple. It's all good. Oh! They're both good. The one memory I have of Blue Christmas is, remember, like, the compilation commercials that would come on for, like, CDs and stuff like that. And every year around Christmas, there was this Christmas compilation, and it was like oldies Christmas compilation. And like just for that commercial, there was this, I don't know, it was like claymation snowman, and he was singing Blue Christmas, and then the snowmen were like, ooh, in the background. And every time I hear that song, I think of that damn commercial. I always tell everyone that I swear kids that were born in the 80s were like definitely experimented on with media and everything. But, I don't know. It's a fucking fun as hell time to grow up. That's all I know. Alright. This does look berry-ish. So, I think it's cute. I like that color. I don't think I ever really... Like, I had this for 2 years. I don't think I ever really used that color. But I did really want this palette. I got it for my birthday. And it was the very first Jeffree Star palette that I ever got, because I couldn't afford to buy one myself. And I cried when I got it. So, but I like that one. And I think I'm going to bring that up to the, up here. So I'm going to take a fluffier brush. And I'm going to bring it up. Now I have Blue Christmas stuck in my head. I don't know all the words though, so I can't sing it. I do really like Please Come Home for Christmas. I think, did you say the melancholy about Blue Christmas? I freaking missed it because I was working on my left eye, so I couldn't see it. Usually if I'm working on my right eye, I can see what pops up over there. I do agree, because I really like Please Come Home for Christmas. And the version that I like the most is John Bon Jovi's version. So, but I never hear it come on the radio. I'm like, I did have it on CD. It was purchased for me. I don't remember if it was for Christmas or my birthday. I don't know. It was probably Christmas. But anyway, it was like, oh gosh, I can't remember what it was called, what these CDs were. It was something, it was like a charity for kids. And then like, artists would sing the songs. But it unfortunately had disappeared over the years. There had been many disappearances of my CDs for various circumstances. And then I do have some in like the CD tower that's like, they're all like the shittiest CDs ever. I'm like, where the hell did these come from? And all my good ones are either lost or destroyed. But yeah, so my truck only has radio. I do have a CD player too, but again, my CDs are either lost or destroyed and I never replace them. I think that looks good. I've been hearing that one a lot too. The only thing is, for that one, like, I don't know. Like, it's good, but then I think maybe I just hear it a different way now. But that's good. And then I know I posted on Twitter the New Kids on the Block one. This one's for the children. I hadn't heard that in forever. Like, I forgot about it. And then it came on in the grocery store, and I was like, I haven't heard this song forever. So, that was a good one, too. Who did I just hear? Oh, you know what? Today, I think I was on my way home from work. And, I heard that Rob Thomas actually has a new Christmas song out. And I was like, cool, I haven't heard from Rob in a while. And I liked it. It was good. But it really had this, like, and if you can look it up, and I swear, it has huge Fall Out Boy vibes. Like, I'm like, okay, did they write this song? Like, I don't know who in the band writes the songs, but, like, did they write the song and then he take it? Or, like, even how he's singing and stuff, it's weird. Like, it didn't sound like him. Or is he going for some other type of vibe? Which, you know, cool, good for him. But yeah, I was just like, this sounds exactly like it just had that sound. It was a good song, though. I'm not saying it was a bad song, because I think it was a good song. I think, if people like it, then, yeah. Oh, you know what my favorite is, too? Holly Jolly Christmas. Because it's in Rudolph. And it's just a freaking fun song to just, like, hang out. And then when he was, like, ever since I was little, when he would be, like, the mistletoe hung for everybody to see, why is my... Sorry, my phone was just like 20% battery. I'm gonna die on you. And I'm like, no, bitch, no, you're not. I can't tell if it's charging, but it better be. Yeah, but I was just like, oh, I'm waiting under the mistletoe because I need a boy to kiss me. Like, that was always me. And then there was no boy there to kiss me. Life. Alright, so I am going to go in with classic. Yes, that's a good one too. What's another one? See, when I say like classic too, I mean like old school, like 1800s, like people going around singing. But that is classic. I'm gonna go in actually with, I cannot say this with, I don't have a Spanish accent, but I want to say this is Corazon. That is what it's called. So yeah. Yeah, I always, what was another horror movie? I watched Scrooged. Let's go to movies. I watched Scrooged, last week, I think? My best friend and I it would be like August, and we would watch that movie. Like, and we were like, that looks really nice. Look at that. Gosh, we were like preteens. It was like one of our favorite movies ever. I'd be at dead August, and we put the tape in and be like, because her mom was like, this is a funny movie, and then she just bought her Scrooge, and let me do the math. So she was probably like 7. Oh, good, yay! I think, actually, I was a preteen, but she was like 7, and her mom bought Scrooge, and we would watch it all the time. So, yeah, definitely a favorite. I did not watch a Charlie Brown Christmas yet this year, so that's one I need to watch. And I was thinking of another Christmas movie that I didn't watch yet the other day, and I was like, oh no, I gotta watch it. But I don't know how to say Spanish words well. I took French in high school because I always wanted to go to, like, I always wanted to see Paris, of course, like, it's a given, but my thing was, I want to, and I've heard that it's not as cool as you think it is because it's so touristy and blah blah blah. But I always wanted to go see Versailles. I'm a big fan of architecture and design and paintings and all kinds of stuff like that. But the main thing that I want to do if I were to go there, actually, I got to change the way of thinking. See, things work out when you say things differently when I do get there. I just want to sit in that, like, big field that's, like, there, like, you know, like the big, like the grounds. And I just want to sit under a tree. I want it to be, like, spring or summer and just, like, hang out under the tree and just like sit there and like watch people and like listen to the birds and just hang out. That's the only thing I want to do. Like, I want to see the inside of there, sure. Like, I think it would be cool. And I will see the inside of there, but like, I just want to spend like an hour just hanging out outside, just chilling. That's it. Like, smelling the flowers. Like, if it's springtime and there's like beautiful flowers around and stuff, it would be awesome. So that is my dream. Somebody spoke inside the chat. I know this needs something else. This looks like something that I would probably definitely just like rock for work. Just like whip this on and put something else underneath. Maybe I'll add to it after. I think if we go a little like whatever, like, oh, we're just going for a Christmas party or something, and then I add to it after, let's do that. Because I know that it takes time if I'm going to do like contour and all that. So I'm not going to fuss with the eyes too much today. I'm going to save that for next week. Next week, I might be able to get my son picked up from practice too. So hopefully we'll see next week. I might be able to just rock out like a really intricate eye look. I'm going to go in with this and just see how it works. I'm not used to all liquid foundation. It feels like an oil on my skin. Like, I'm going to use an oil cleanser. See, and I have this hole in my face. I don't know. No, you can. Oh, yeah, you can. When I was like 18, I thought it was a good idea to try and like squeeze this pimple out, and then it backfired into my skin and then made a hole. I know there's a way you can get them like fixed. Like at it feels like I'm using like so much of this. Like, anyway, I know like a dermatologist can fix it, but it looks good on camera. I feel like I'm using like so much. No wonder why people like squeeze it on their face. Alright, let's try it. Oh, God. It's just gross to me. I'm sorry. I just like... It just skeeved me out. Like, the color looks nice. Okay. I don't want to squirt out my face again. It's like cold too, which is like... Anyway. It's just so weird to me. Like, what the frig, man? I mean, it's gonna get it on there quicker than me putting it on my hand, dipping it in, like doing all that. I'm just like, I have like purple under my eyes. I did get 2 baby beauty blenders. So let me just try and wipe some of that away before I put like concealer on there. Just so it doesn't like get in the way of what I was doing. It still bothers me with the feeling I got on my face. What's this snowman? A friend of mine was just saying... No, I did not see the snowman. Send it to me so I could see what it is. Oh, you know what I was thinking about the other day? Because a friend of mine mentioned that Jack Frost movie. Not the cute Jack Frost with Michael Keaton and then he like turns into the snowman and stuff. That's a good movie if you've not ever seen it. But like the horror one. Okay, did anybody watch Tales from the Crypt? Like the Santa episode, like with like the gross guy that like escaped from the mental hospital, Santa. Like that creeped me out so bad. That was probably one of the episodes that creeped me out. Like, how does this happen? All the bubbles and nothing in there. Like that's a very creepy episode. That one always like, I constitute creepy as something if I'm thinking about it like a couple days later and it still sticks with me. And I'm like, yeah, that was creepy. I'm going to test this in Serum. Again. I'm going to test this out and see. I don't really put anything on my foot. Oh, it just looks like so much. And I'm just like, I feel like my skin is crying because it looks like so much. Oh God, how do these people... And then it feels so weird. I mean, hey, props to you girls who go ahead and do this. And squirt stuff on your face. I know, I can't. Anyway. I think that there's an underlying reason why they squirt the things on. Anyway. Yeah, the Tales from the Crypt Santa thing was a creepy one. I'm trying to think. But I was trying to think, I was like, what kind of like creepy Christmas movies are there? Isn't there one called like Black Christmas? I've seen it, but I don't think I've seen that it exists, but I've never seen like the movie. Remember when Bad Santa came out and that was like a huge controversy thing? I don't know, I thought it was funny. Do you know what I miss? Like actual like funny pranks. Nobody does funny pranks anymore. Or no. And I thought about that because like wasn't there some sort of like, I don't know, Christmas like jackass thing? Yeah, that sounds good. No, I don't think they'll work on here either. Thank you. I will check it out. Yeah, I don't know. Funny pranks were always good. Okay. Yeah, so I know I've seen that it exists, but I never like really watched it. Is that like, I like a feel-good Christmas. Oh, you know what's a good Christmas movie? And I watch it. Thank you. I watch it even when it's not Christmas. 4 Christmases with Vince Vaughn and Reese Witherspoon. If you've never seen it, oh my God. Hilarious. So friggin' funny. Like, I will watch it. It doesn't matter if it's Christmas time or not. Because it's not. It doesn't seem like one. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's not like... It's a Christmas themed movie, but it's not, like, it has to be Christmas to watch it. But yeah, if you've not seen it, so funny. And no matter what, like, Vince Vaughn cracks me up. That's the whole, like, thing, babe. I don't know. I think maybe I've seen Die Hard once. I don't know. I have my token, like, Ronnie movies of, like, blowing up things and stuff that I have memories of or whatever. I don't... I just don't remember it enough to actually say, like, yes or no. Maybe I should watch it. I don't even know the last time I've seen the movie. It's just not one of the ones that I, like, grew up watching, so it's not something that I would, like, gravitate to. It's the only thing. Or even, like, you know... it's just not something I ever really... There was one that and that's, like, the thing, a lot of people are like, what is this you like, and what is that you like, and I'm like, dude, I don't even remember what the hell I like anymore, because when you have kids and they're very small, you literally forget, like, anything that you like, or liked, like, even as an adult, it just disappears. So that's just kind of how that goes. And then you're like, oh yeah, I remember. People are like, what do you like to do for hobbies? I'm like, I don't know, sit in my room and do my makeup and drink some wine and talk to people. I don't know. Because you're focused on, you know, kids growing up and raising them. And that's how it goes. So, yeah. But I remember, like, certain movies I always liked. I don't think this foundation looks terrible. I will say it does look buildable. Will it be something that I use often? I don't know. Probably not. Only because so far I can tell that it went on really nice and it looks really nice on camera for now. But I can already tell around here the way it's drying. In real life, I could see tiny lines here. You could see this little line because when I smile, I get this. Like, you know when you draw a happy face and you do the lines? I got it on that side. I see a line there. And when I use the Limelight foundation, that doesn't happen. So, would it be something I just kind of like whip on for work or something? Probably. I don't know. Or, I mean, I'll see how it wears throughout the day. Like, I'll put it on for work and see how it wears throughout the day. So anyway, I'll go in with it. I don't know if I ever saw that one. Is he the one that he was like Kermit's friend? Because I want to say yes. My favorites are definitely, like, Rudolph's my super favorite. Rudolph, I showed the kids, like, The Year Without Santa Claus and Jack Frost, because I like all of, like, the claymation stuff, and they're like, this is weird, and I'm like, I don't know, like, where the hell did you think you got the Nightmare Before Christmas from, kids? I'm gonna go in with this under my eyes. I have not used this color yet. I just got it today. Okay, I think I did see it. Oh, that looks really yellow. We are just rolling with it today. I love Kermit. I always loved Kermit. I loved coming home when I was little and watching the Muppet Show. Okay. It looks really yellow at first, but once it blends out, it's good. And I've used this, if you didn't see before, I have used this concealer before, and I'm a fan of it. So, I'm not mad about it. Alright. I mean, it looks nice. It's just up. I'm just judging too closely. I'm not judging too closely. Where did my powder go? This is the NYX Studio Finishing Powder. I think I've seen that. Now I'm going to be thinking about the Emmett Otter's Drug Ban Christmas. I swear I've seen it before. Yeah, right? Hi. Thank you. Yeah, Kermit's the freaking man. I love Kermit. And you know me, I love frogs in general too, so that's how we ended up being mutuals. I'll be outside looking for them this summer and making friends all over the place. I miss that. I miss hearing little creatures outside, you know. This powder is freaking awesome too, by the way. It like literally makes your pores disappear. And for $10, but this looks really bad right now, I know, but it's one of those ones where, like, I don't know if you've ever seen like celebrity like photos and stuff like that, and then you're like, they have like white stuff all over their face, and they're like, what were they doing? And it's like, no, it's just their makeup artist didn't take a picture of them before they went out, and then they look like this. What all we gotta do is just blend it, and there you go. A lot of people talk about the Muppet Christmas Carol, and it's funny too, because like, as much as I like them, I don't think I ever saw it. And I was like, I should. Ooh, you know what one I do love though? And I think I talked about it last week probably too. Mickey's Christmas Carol. For sure. Mickey's Christmas Carol is a really good one. I think it sticks with Dickens pretty well, and the songs are cute. Let's have a little bit of green. So I'm going to go into the Revolution, what was this, the Chilled palette. What is a Cosmic Christmas? I'm intrigued. I'm going to see what this is about. I want to do, let's do natural underneath. I may have seen that. I may have seen it, and I know it's a CGI one. So I don't know. Him as the Grinch too is, I liked that Grinch. I thought that was a really good one. I don't have a green eyeliner, so like, I wanted to show up, but I only have a very bright green. I want like a dark green. Let's do, where's that brush I found before? I'm going to take this little brush, and this I had for a little while. Yeah, that's what I thought it was. fan of CG. Okay, so I'm using this setting spray and then I'm dipping it in to make it liquid. Hello! I'm a fan of CG and CGI, and I know, like, I've seen it from the beginning, but, like, a lot. 3 Sonic Goosey. I'm gonna have to go find it on my Fire Stick. But I dipped this into the green to make it like a liquid. But yeah, it seems like from, you know, what friends and I have talked about is they're just using CGI. I saw the first Sonic kind of sort of because my son put it on, and once he fell asleep, I just didn't pay attention to it, mainly because I would rather be surprised, like, when he watches it. But he came up to me and he was like, hey, Sonic 2 trailer, and then I was like, cool. But from what I did see, it didn't look as bad. Like, when it first came out, people were like, oh, this Sonic movie looks terrible, and from what I did see, it seemed really cute. Like, it didn't seem terrible. Like, it seemed like a cute buddy movie. Yeah, and he showed me that, and then Knuckles is in it, and he was like, I can't remember what creature Knuckles is, and I was like, well, is he an alien? Like, what is he? So I'm like, look it up. So he looked it up, and then he found out that he's a real life creature that lays eggs, and I was like, or a mammal that lays eggs, and I was like, cool. I was like, I thought only like platypuses laid eggs, so that's pretty awesome. I learned something new. But yeah, like, Sonic just seemed like a buddy movie to me, it was really cute. So, and then I said to him, I was like, you like fell asleep and didn't even see the whole like first Sonic, and then he was like, I did. I'm like, yeah. So, but it was cute. This doesn't seem as green as I wanted it to, but that's okay. Oh, is that what it was? Like, was it... Okay, I remember people were complaining, and I was like, what? I didn't remember, like, exactly what it was about. Because, like, I don't know. I'm gonna say, like, I support Sonic and, like, the franchise. I think it's cool, but I could never play the game because it made me dizzy. It was too fast. Everything was too fast and went, like, too crazy, so I couldn't play it. So I really didn't get, like, into it at all, just because, like, I couldn't play it. It made me sick. I tried to play it and I'm like, ugh, I'm gonna throw up. So it was just something about it. But I always thought it was like a cool idea, and I thought it was cute. And I think there was a cartoon, wasn't there? Like, wasn't there a Sonic cartoon too? I did not watch it. I was watching Invader Zim last night. Oh, but you know what? On my Fire Stick, do you know that only the first episode was available on my Fire Stick? I was like, what is this? I was like, I wanted to watch, like, all of them. It's alright. I'll find them. I'll have to look and see if I can get them on, like, DVD or something, or Blu-ray. Just because, like, that's something I would definitely pay for, just to have them, since I love it so much. I've had, like, on my keychain. Yeah, I don't worry, like, even, like, offending somebody, like, I never, like, I'll have strong opinions on certain things. What's Angry Beavers? I think I remember that. I kind of remember that, but not really. I told you, oh my god. Like, I feel it, like, repressed, Daniel. I feel it, like, hanging out in the back. I'm gonna have to look it up, because I was like, I remember this, but I don't know what it is. I told you I had to, like, repress things after I had kids. Like, it gets lost. I kind of remember it, but kind of don't. Why is there so much black on this, like, little brush? But I will say, once you have kids, like, sometimes they accept things that you liked when you were little, and then sometimes they're like, that's fucking weird. Like, my kids don't like Ren and Stimpy. And that's okay. I think it's weird. But they do like Invader Zim, and I'm like, alright, well, you know what? But, see, it's a little different, too, because... Oh, I went into mist in this here, just because I want this to be a little more, like, shimmery. Yeah, when Zim first came out, I was like, this shit rocks. It was, like, unhinged, but not in a way, like a smart way. It was, like, not in a way that Ren and Stimpy was, like, unhinged. Just, like, I don't know. Okay, I know, that's, like, the point, like, of where I'm at right now, where I'm like, okay. Because especially as a mom, especially as a woman, I feel like a lot of people, they repress the memory, and then they keep it repressed, you know? And then they wonder why, like, why am I 60 years old and I'm unhappy? Because you've denied who you are for 30 years, you know? Like, that's why. So, you gotta, like, let them know. Like, I was talking to one of my clients today, and I was like, you know, am I doing my videos on, like, Thursdays? And I'm also doing one on Fridays, too. Just, like, more of a talk show type of thing. Which I just started, so not on my channel, but the log song was my jam. I used to, and I think somewhere I may have, they had these, like, book covers that looked like paper bags that we would put on our books. And they had, like, Thomas Jefferson on the front and a quote, and then, like, people would draw stuff on them. It really is. But on the back of them, like, for years, I would always write out the lyrics of the log song, and then I would, like, draw the little log and stuff like that. Because I loved it so much. It was cool. It would be, like, what was the one part that was, like, the best thing? I'm trying to think. Alright, wait. I'm gonna just sing it. Man, I'm not gonna do a great job. Because I can't remember it completely. We'd be like, what rolls downstairs, it comes in pairs. What rolls over your neighbor's dog. What fits on your back is great for a snack. It's log, log, log. It's log, log. It's big, it's heavy, it's wood. It's log, log. It's better than bad, it's good. And then they go into, like, you're gonna love it, log. Everyone needs a log. And then something like, you're gonna love it, log. It's log, log, log. And then the guy's like, log from Blamo. Do-do-do-do-do-do. I think I knew the whole thing. So, yeah. But that one was always my favorite thing, where it, like, ran over the dog, and you see, like, the two little kids' heads, like, pop up and stuff. Because it was, like, a throwback to, like, 50s, advertisements and stuff like that, and pretty much, like, kind of making fun of it in a way, but then also giving you that nostalgia. So it was really smart. It was very smart. I think Ren and Stimpy still holds ground, and it's very smart. And it's raw and disgusting. And I don't think a lot of people can handle it. And for us to be, oh good, yay! For us to be, 10 and 11 years old and enjoying this stuff and taking it in, where it's not something, I don't know the words to describe it. I don't like putting myself in like a little all hole or bubble. Yeah. I think only certain people can understand it. And those are It did. And I always loved too how they went into the animating, like your regular animation, and then where it was just like a still drawn type of thing. But it was like when they would like zoom in on stuff, like that was the best. Cause like it was even more gross. Like they'd zoom in on like a pimple, and it was like festering and nasty. And then there's like this gross stuff hanging out, and it's just like a still picture. And then all of a sudden, like in that still picture, like a fucking like fly would come on and just like land there. Like outrageous, like off the wall stuff. It was just so funny, so good. Oh man. Or like, what about the one like when weren't they selling stuff or something? And that horse guy with like the nipples on. Like that's some freaky ass shit. And then for kids to be like, yo, and it's like telling you like stay away from your creepy neighbors, kids, because like look at this guy. For real. And I don't know, I don't think anything's really changed besides technology and the way that things get to kids, because then it was just cable. Now, like, there's this thing where, I don't know, there was some TikTok video going around today, like, trash your school bathroom, blah, blah, blah. And a couple schools around here, like, their bathrooms got trashed. And I think I want to go in with, like, a white eyeliner on my lid just to do something different. But yeah, so, like, these kids went around and trashed their bathrooms. And then there was like something about like, oh, shoot up your school day. So like now they decided like all the kids are going to be virtual tomorrow. Like, and my daughter's like, yeah, because of stupid TikTok. And she knows it's stupid. Totally. But yeah, my daughter like knows, you know, if you're going to pay attention to the stupid shit that shows up online and do it, that you're dumb. So, I mean, I'm glad that she realizes that. Like, what's it gonna do for you? You just want, these kids just want attention that do these things. They don't realize the consequences that, like, you know, you'll go to fucking jail, dude. Like, I mean, I know a kid when I was in high school that it was, I think that was a good idea to do the white. It was a little after the Oklahoma City bombing, and I didn't know this until like 2 years later when I worked with him, but he was the one that had called it in. But you know what? Like, he was a nice kid. He was a sweet kid. He really just, they thought it was a funny thing to do, and he didn't end up going to jail, but, you know, like, he also just wanted attention. And it's, you don't know, like, his mom was like the sweetest lady in the world, and I don't know, they just did it for, you know, clout for their friends, whatever. Sadly, gosh, how old was I? honey. I don't know how old he was. In any case, he ended up passing away very young. Unfortunately, I have a lot of people that happen to. I don't want to be we're not going to get sad, but yeah. But anyway, let's go to something else. What are we going to do? Somebody give me something to talk about. We're almost an hour and a half in. I'm almost done. So, let's do... We're talking about Christmas movies, Christmas songs. I miss Christmas caroling. I always loved Christmas caroling as a kid. In Girl Scouts, we used to actually just walk down the street and maybe like certain people's houses go. For my blush, I'm going to use this Cabana Boy from the Balm. Yeah, we used to just like walk down the street like old school type stuff. And then like people, I actually in youth group. Okay, no problem. Thanks for stopping by. I'm always glad to see you here. And thank you for commenting. Even when I was in church youth group, we would just walk down the street and, was he like a green guy? I kind of remember it, but I kind of don't. But the, Christmas caroling, and then we would stop when I was in church youth group, and we'd stop at parishioners' house and like sing a song specifically for them. But then we would mostly like walk down the street and just sing Christmas carols. And I mean, it's kind of nice to like be a person just hanging out in your house and then hearing people singing outside at night at like 7 p.m. where it's like dark as hell and you think, oh, it's midnight. But I mean, think of people who are actually like alone and lonely, or you know, maybe they lost a loved one and they're alone and they're just sitting in their house, and all of a sudden they just out of the blue hear Christmas carols and like carolers and just people being together, coming down the street just singing. Like, it's such a like a heartfelt thing. I know there's one church around here, they don't walk around, but they have like a truck, and then they'll have like people and they like drive them down the street. I think it's a little farther than the curb, so I think like walking down the street's a little better, but hey, it's something. I just always think of Christmas as like, you know, just like a good feeling time. No, and you've mentioned that, and I was like, do you mean the thing that you put on the TV? And you're like, yeah. No, when I first, when Netflix was first streaming, that was one of the things that was on there, and I was like, what is this? And then we put it on, and I was like, it's just like a burning little thing. I was like, that's kind of cool. I usually, Christmas morning, well, I don't have any regular basic TV now, so I don't know how I will get it. But Christmas morning, I love watching the Macy's parade. So, I'm really sorry. That's one thing I wish I could do too. Wait, is it No, isn't the Macy's parade Thanksgiving? No, don't they have both? I don't remember now. I've been out of the loop on like basic TV for like ever. I swear they had both. But either way, Macy's parade is one thing that I always wish that I could go see. That'll be fun as hell. I don't care if it's cold. And I think they start in like up by Columbus Circle, and that's a really cool area to be in too, so like I would hang out there. Why are you sorry, Daniel? You didn't say why you were sorry. Alright. I think that looks cute. It just, to me, it just looks like an everyday type of thing because it's not like super fussy. I think so too. That's what I'm thinking. I think they do a Thanksgiving and a Christmas parade. But because of the past, almost 2 years, like everything's been messed up, so I don't even like friggin' remember. I'm gonna do, let's do this one, the L'Oreal True Match Lumi. This is like my crazy highlighter. I'm gonna have to look it up and see, like, do they do, I swear they do Christmas too. But, yeah, I wanted to go see it, always. I have seen the tree in Rockefeller Center, but not since I was, like, 7. So the very first time I went to New York, I had seen that, and I saw the Statue of Liberty. Oh, no, don't worry about it. It's okay. Yeah, so it was a really cool thing. I always wanted to live in New York, and I know people are like, get out of the cities, blah, 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 do this, do that, but, like, I don't care. Something about it. There's an Instagram page that I started following. I think it's called What's in New York. Oh my god, it's so good. If you don't follow it, and if you're on Instagram, like, go and follow this page. Like, some of it's funny, and some of it's just, like, really heartwarming, and, like, I don't know, it's just a different vibe there. It really is. And I'm like, is it expensive to live? Yeah. I mean, who knows? Maybe it won't be so expensive to live at some point. I would live in New York above Philly. I will say that. I know some people love Philly. I don't know. I never saw the draw. I live in Pennsylvania. Never saw the draw for Philly. So, I like the zoo. I'm glad Independence Hall is there. I've been to Old Town. That was fun. Alright, so I'm gonna do, I like this glitter. So maybe once I do the glitter, it'll make it look a little more holiday-ish. It's more of like a clear color glitter. So it's probably one of my I like an iridescent glitter. I like an iridescent glitter because it just goes with everything. It's got a little bit of like a peachy tint to it. I did this the other night and I really liked it when I did my makeup, like just right here in the inner corner. And funny thing that, like, I see a lot of people, especially on Twitter. True, I've not been there either. A lot of people romanticize certain eras or looks from eras and stuff like that. I mean, I guess you get that from every corner all the time, you know, like, you'd romanticize it, but would you really do it in real life? Like, no. And I guess that's part of life, but a lot of people are like, you know, they romanticize the 70s and stuff like that. So in the 70s, that's when, like, glitter like this in the club scene came out. So, little tidbit, why do you think glitter in this part of your face became cool? because being up all night, drinking and partying makes this part of your face dull and gross. You get dark circles. So what are you going to do to cover it up? You can put as much makeup on as you want, and it still doesn't help. Glitter. There you go. And that's why glitter in the 70s and early 80s, late 70s, early 80s, the whole like Studio 54 type thing was popular. To mask your product. So there's a little tidbit for you. But I will tell you, like I said, like people romanticize it, and wouldn't live it. I would live everything. I don't care. Like, I'm not shy. I would live everything. I want to live everything and learn everything and know everything and do all the things, even in just like little bits. Just to say I did. All right, that's done. We're gonna do the my lips are so dry. For real. You can't be a type of, like, you can't, I say you can't, and that's mean to say you can't do this. But, just try things, you know? Like, if it's not something that's really, really, really going to, like, implicate your faith or spirituality or just life in general, like, oh, good night. I'm almost done. You hung out for a long time, and I'm glad. Thank you so much. You're my froggy friend. But yeah, just like try something once. What's it gonna hurt, you know? I'm gonna try this. I talked about it earlier in the video. This mascara. Ooh, the sound of the brush coming out of there was promising. So the brush is pretty big, fluffy. Okay, so no. Right from the start, I don't like it. The brush is, either the brush is way too fluffy or the formula is way too thin. It did not, it's just like, to me, when people are like, Maybelline great lashes, amazing, blah, blah, blah. $5, it's junk. This is a big fluffy brush, and it's covered in product. And I'm going to go in, and I can feel it going on. Like, I don't want to be there for like 15 hours. Coating. I literally put like 5 coats on the way it is. I want to feel the product gripping my lashes, and that I can maneuver it and drag it to where I need it to be. I think that's why a lot of women have problems with mascara, is the fact that they're not using something that is giving them what they want to achieve in their lash look. So they're like, I always hear people say, I can't put mascara on. I can't do, mascara because it works terrible for me. And it's not you, it's the product. And once you have a good product and it delivers what you want, that's fine. That mascara I just tried, and I was like, alright, oh, big bold lashes, blah, blah, blah. I'll give it a week or so, because sometimes once you open it, it's not that great, but I don't know. I think it's really weak right out of the tube. It's weak as hell. So whatever they're promising is bullshit. We'll see. I'll try using it a couple times, like when I go to work. But I want something that And then I just got mad about the mascara game, and then I just like literally fucked this up right here. I got mad and I was like, oh, I'm gonna load it on. So now I gotta do it the same on this side. Exactly. I agree too. I should read more of his stuff. I have a friend of mine who's like pretty much obsessed with him. Good dude. But yeah, like, and even you don't, people have to realize too, where you don't have to do something to the extreme that somebody else did. If that works for you, cool. But if your friend, you know, did some crazy drug and, you know, did like way too much or whatever, or I don't know, like, I'm not talking about drugs. I'm just it happens in life, sure, but I'm just talking about like just life in general. Like, how can you say I don't want to go to such and such a place and you've never been there? You know, like, all right, so you've never been to, I don't know why Bali's popping in my head. Maybe because I really need like tropical right now. But I mean, how can you be like, oh, I never want to fucking go there because it's fucking stupid? I know it's stupid. You never been there. Like, so yeah, I mean, that's just how it goes. But some people are just stubborn. That's just how it goes. Alright, this is an interesting shape of a lipstick, I will just say. I don't know why I'm doing this, because I guess. I think it's pretty, and it's fun, and it's different, but the actual, like, super, like, it's curved, like, wicked. And I guess you can draw with this end, so that's what I'm gonna do. So anyway, yeah, like, wait, what's DMT? Yeah, tell me. Thank you guys for like hanging out. I just realized like my sharp had turned stuff. I do that normally. That's just something I've done since I was younger. Ooh, that feels weird that way. It's way curved too much. Yeah. The whole always wanting to be a supermodel, integrating it into your actual emotions type of thing. Just like if you're gonna be a superhero, and sometimes you want to be a superhero, you know, you integrate it into your like life and the way you walk around. Dramatics. Mm-hmm. I don't like how this is shaped. It's so weird to me. I really like this color, but that swoop is, it's way too dramatic. Like, who the fuck's lips are they gonna, like, is that gonna hug that it's so, it's such a dramatic of a curve. Like, unless you had like filled huge, like it's made for people with lip fillers. Oh. All right, buddy. Let's go. I'm gonna clean up this. The shape of that like really threw me off. I hate that. You try and like make it even, and then in pictures it looks like shit. Okay, I kind of like the color, but the formula is really like thin and weird. I think they're getting into this like serum stuff. I think it looks cute. I'm not like, I don't hate it. It doesn't look like bam enough for me. So I think, like I said, next week I think I'm really going to do, I did like a red and green. What does he do a lot? That trippy drag? I know. Ooh, this lipstick makes my teeth look really white though, so that's nice. That's a plus. I think it's a cute look. Like I said, that was like an everyday thing. I mean, hey, can every YouTube you do be like a banging video? Shoot me a message, Daniel, and then let me know what you're talking about. But I am going to head off because we've been here for a little bit. So yeah, so this is what we got today. We got a little bit of like green, a little bit of purple, just a berry. So is this something you would do if you're going out, party look, or just to dinner, hanging out, add whatever you want, subtract whatever you want. So either way, thank you everybody for coming to hang out with me tonight. I always appreciate you stopping by. Gotcha. Message me. Alright, and good night everybody. Thanks again for coming by.